So I'm Hannah Saunders, founder and director of Toddle, and we make adventure skincare. It came about because I'm very adventurous. I was in the armed forces for 9 years. Then when I became a mum, I still wanted to go out and have my adventures, but I found there weren't the products available for my children, so I started making my own. So that's how Toddle started, really. I think it's really important that brands speak to all women. We're not just one homogenous lump of mums who like to bake and knit and stay in, and there's a place for that, and there are lots of people that do that, but me and my friends, we like to go on adventures. Even if it's just a bit of a hill walk with our kids, we just like to get outdoors, and I felt that there weren't the brands really representing that. It's a really important part of my identity, and I think when you become a mother, you can lose a bit of yourself and a bit of your identity, and I think it's crucially important to cling on to those things that made you you and that you did before you became a mum. For me, it was becoming quite detrimental to my mental health, to not get outdoors, to not be sporty, to not be adventurous. When I was in the RAF, I did quite a lot of research and then wrote the blueprint for the RAF Women's Network, which has become Wings. We set up things like mentoring schemes so that very junior ranks could be mentored by a more senior female officer, so that they could see that they could do it, because you can't become what you can't see. I do enjoy, because I'm very open and honest, I put my phone number out there, and I do get phone calls from women who are thinking of leaving the RAF, and they say, oh, I'm about to start a business, where do I start? And I really enjoy that conversation. So if anyone's thinking of starting a business, just start. Even if it's just writing the first line of your business plan, just start and get it done. You can do anything if you work hard.
I run an executive search business, so in layman terms, that's headhunting for senior executives to join a range of organisations. I think I've always in my heart wanted to run a business of my own, and I've always wanted to grow a team and not work solely on my own. Our focus is to make sure that when we're searching for candidates, that we are making sure that we are identifying people who may not ordinarily consider themselves for senior positions. So we have a 50-50 split in terms of female and male appointment, and we know that is sector leading within the recruitment industry in the UK. What we have found is that typically women will shy away from coming forward for a role because they feel they don't meet absolutely the entire criteria or the remit set out in that job description. And in fact, it's a very different story in the main when it comes to men. So our role has been to help boost confidence and to sort of almost kind of hold the mirror up to women around, you are able to fulfill a vast majority of this. There is no perfect candidate. Nobody can do absolutely everything that a job requires. Growing a business, growing 2 little ones, and also supporting my husband. I haven't got the balance right. I feel guilt most days that I'm not getting any part of my life right, but I think that's just the nature of running a business and being a mum, and there are thousands of us doing the same thing. So, and I'm humbled by some of the people I meet who are equally challenged in sort of similar circumstances, and that's kind of encouraging.
I'm a final year student at Bangor University studying forestry, but in my spare time, which is quite a lot of it now, I've been running my own business called Tree Sparks. So we're a social enterprise that are trying to ignite conversation about trees. So trying to get more young people to consider careers in forestry, forests, and also helping current students and graduates upskill, so when they leave uni or college, they're better suited to helping the forestry profession flourish. I've learned a lot more about what the forestry profession is and how many amazing jobs there are. It's not just cutting down trees, it's all about conservation, pests and diseases, community engagement. The list is endless, and I think it's sad that young people don't understand what forestry is, and they're therefore not even considering a career in something that has truly changed my life. So that's why I'm here. I've always kind of dreamed of being a ranger, and I managed to get myself a job with Wire Forest District Council for the year. It was fully paid, had a house, I had a car with the job, and I thought, this is amazing. But 4 days before I was supposed to start, I had my first seizure, and my life from then, as tacky as it sounds, completely changed. I obviously I ended up in hospital, I lost my placement job, I wasn't allowed to drive, and everything kind of came tumbling down. So I had to take a year out. I didn't really know what I was doing. I think Tree Sparks has been a really good way for me to work through this problem, but to also prove to myself and other people that just because I can't do what I wanted to do, I can now do something that's probably even better than what I wanted to do before. Even if you speak to a whole school group and only 1 or 2 people seem interested, even just seeing the spark in their eyes and then suddenly then realising, oh my gosh, there's actually a whole area of subjects that I might be good at, it kind of just makes me feel, it just makes me feel like I've achieved something great.
Accounted For was founded by myself and my now husband Lee Eustace. It's all about trying to get every client to understand what their accounts are and actually help them achieve all of their goals. When I was 16, I sort of fell into an accounting position. We actually fell in love with accounts. So literally, I just loved it. So it was really nice to be able to take something that you were either right or wrong with numbers and actually be able to help other people with them. So that's it is a real pull for me, as in training and support and kind of making sure that other people are also, growing as well. I have 4 boys. So mother of 4 children, they're fab, wouldn't change them for the world. It is hard to work full-time and have children and a husband and have to manage all that. What we try to do is we try to make sure that actually, as an employer, that it's okay to have children. It shouldn't go against you, it shouldn't be something that's frowned upon. I think sometimes you just get into the habit of, you just do everything is go, 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 and it just comes naturally. You have to work and you have to achieve these things in the office and have client meetings, and you have to go home and cook dinner and feed your kids and do their washing. So I think sometimes it's hard to sit back and actually think that you might inspire someone, and to think that actually I could potentially inspire just one person that has got a child or wants to be their own boss or run a company, it's just amazing.